After the lonely days, struggling with life as a single mother, and after many times closing herself off from CEO Hung's feelings, this time, Teo Ka opened her heart and agreed to let him care for and look after both her and her child. At first, their relationship was hesitant and cautious due to the many wounds of the past, but it was precisely his sincerity and persistence that brought them closer together. However, the love story between Teo Ka and Hung was not simply filled with sweet moments. When news of their relationship spread within the family, the first challenge came from Hung's mother. She was a gentle woman who loved her children, but was very traditional, strict, and highly valued the family's reputation. To her, Teo Ka was not just an ordinary woman, but a single mother, something she considered unsuitable for her son. Hung's mother did not hesitate to openly express her opposition, repeatedly warning her son, "You may love her, but don't forget the family. Don't let unfavorable things affect your future and our lineage. People will judge you by the woman beside you, and are you sure she's worthy?" These words were like sharp knives piercing Teo Ka's heart. Every time she faced her, she clearly felt the coldness and disdain, as if she was constantly being scrutinized and judged. Teo Ka had just received recognition from Hung's father earlier, but now she was opposed by his mother. On one occasion, she asked Teo Ka directly, "How will you make sure you don't become a burden to Hung? Do you have enough strength to live in this environment?" Teo Ka had many times wanted to give up, to leave everything behind to avoid those wounds. But when she looked at her daughter, she became determined, telling herself she had to be strong not only for herself, but also because of the trust and love that Hung gave her. Hung did not let the woman he loved face that battle alone. He became her steadfast protector, unafraid to confront his mother to defend Teo Ka. During arguments with his mother, he was always gentle but firm. "Mom, Teo Ka is not a burden. She is the person I have chosen, the one I trust and love. If you cannot accept her, please understand and respect my feelings." Hung also took the initiative to build a bridge for his mother and Teo Ka to understand each other better. He arranged private meetings, encouraging them to share their honest thoughts, including disagreements or difficult topics. Through each conversation, Hung's mother began to see that Teo Ka was not just a single mother from the past, but also a strong-willed woman full of love and determination to rise above challenges. At the same time, Teo Ka continuously worked hard to prove her worth. She diligently worked not only to support herself and her daughter, but also to build the image of an independent woman with capability and intelligence. Sometimes, rumors and gossip from outsiders reached them, judging glances and harsh words about the woman entering a wealthy family in an inappropriate way. But Teo Ka and Hung always knew how to ignore these and focus only on moving forward together, building a life based on love, respect, and trust. Those difficulties did not weaken them. On the contrary, they ignited a steadfast flame within them. Their love became a strong wall, withstanding every storm and challenge. They learned to understand and accept each other more, knowing that perfection does not lie in one's background or past, but in how they face the present and the future. There were days when Teo Ka and Hung would sit together, reminding themselves that no matter how fierce the storm, their family would always be their strongest support. It was this love that helped them overcome prejudice, break through every barrier, and build a home filled with laughter and happiness. On the first day, Teo Ka officially stepped into Hung's family home. The tension in the room was almost overwhelming. Hung's mother was a strong-willed, noble, and principled woman. She could not accept a single mother like Teo Ka becoming her daughter-in-law, something she considered a flaw in the eyes of society. "I understand my son has feelings for you," she said in a cold tone. "But you must understand that a woman entering this family needs not only love, but also a clear background, family, and character. Can you provide my son with those things?" Teo Ka felt the pressure but remained steadfast inside. She replied calmly, looking straight into her eyes, "I know I am not perfect, nor do I come from a noble background, but I have love, sincerity, and responsibility. I do not want to rely on anyone or beg. I only wish to prove myself through actions, not words." Those words not only eased the tense atmosphere, but also made Hung feel proud of the woman by his side. He gently took Teo Ka's hand and said to his mother, "Mom, Teo Ka is the only person who truly makes me happy. Please try to open your heart this once and give us a chance to prove that love and effort can overcome all prejudice." However, the challenge was not over. She was not willing to easily let go of the deep-seated biases in her mind. In the months that followed, every time they met, she still showed suspicion, sometimes coldness, causing Teo Ka to shed tears more than once. On one occasion, she called Teo Ka over and directly asked about her future plans, wanting her to promise that her daughter would never become a burden to the family. This made Teo Ka feel the suffocating pressure deeply, but also became a great motivation for her to keep striving. She was determined to build her career and improve herself, leaving no reason for Hung's mother to complain. Hung was always by her side, encouraging and sharing every difficulty with her, making their love grow stronger each day. An important turning point came when Teo Ka organized a warm family gathering, where she prepared dishes cooked by her own hands and shared the story of her journey as a single mother, the stumbles and efforts she had endured. At that moment, Hung's mother saw the sincerity and tireless resilience in Teo Ka's eyes. Her heart began to soften, and the harsh words from before gradually gave way to understanding and respect. After the biggest barrier, the family's opposition was removed. Teo Cha and Hung began building a new life full of love and trust. Their small home was always filled with the laughter of their daughter, the greatest source of life, joy, and motivation. Teo Ka continued with her work, no longer relying on Hung. Now she worked not only for herself, but also for a home she believed in and loved. Hung was always her absolute supporter, constantly encouraging her personal growth, being a solid pillar in difficult times, and a close companion in all moments of happiness. Their life was not lacking in simple yet joyful moments. Waking up to the sound of their child's laughter in the morning, warm family meals where Hung's mother gradually became part of the harmony, weekend trips exploring the world together, and long nights spent talking late into the night about the future and their dreams. Hung's mother had also become a gentle grandmother, ready to hold her granddaughter in her arms, teaching and caring for her with all her love. She not only accepted Teo Ka, but became the biggest supporter of her son's happiness. After many long days overcoming storms together, Hung finally gathered enough wood and materials to build the dream house for Tiao Ka and their little daughter. It was not just a house, it was a home, a place that held their dreams, efforts, and boundless love from two people who had endured many hardships. Standing beside the fresh stack of wood, Hung's eyes were full of determination and tenderness. He took Tiao Ka's hand and gently said, "We will build this home together with our own hands and hearts. This will be a place of peace where our daughter will grow up surrounded by laughter and love." Tiao Ka smiled, her eyes sparkling with happiness and hope. She felt the warmth spreading through every brick and every piece of wood, as if her entire life was being carved into a new chapter, bright and complete. Each nail, each wooden beam would stand as a testament to their resilient journey, to the love and sharing between the two of them. And then from those first hard days of cutting wood, the house gradually took shape, not just with materials, but with memories, with the laughter of their child and the peace in their hearts. This was the place where Tiao Ka and her daughter could truly call home, a refuge after hardships, a warm shelter always open to love and happiness. No matter how many challenges life brings, when we have a companion by our side and build each brick of our home together, nothing is impossible to overcome.
Để con gái có một cuộc sống tốt đẹp hơn, được đến trường như bao bạn bè cùng trang lứa, được vui chơi trong một môi trường đầy ắp tiếng cười và có cơ hội phát triển, Tiểu Ca đã lựa chọn từ bỏ điều quý giá nhất của mình, ngôi nhà cũ kỹ, mảnh đất chan chứa kỷ niệm, nơi hai mẹ con từng vượt qua biết bao tháng ngày cơ cực, thiếu thốn nhưng đầy ắp tình thương. Không dễ dàng để đưa ra quyết định đó, bởi với cô, ngôi nhà ấy không chỉ là nơi trú ngụ mà là nơi cất giữ tuổi trẻ, cả những giấc mơ đang dang dở, cả những đêm dài ôm con trong vòng tay lặng lẽ nuốt nước mắt vào trong. Nhưng vì Tiểu Han, vì tương lai của con, cô đã dũng cảm buông tay, sẵn sàng đánh đổi tất cả chỉ để con gái được bước sang một trang mới, nơi có ánh sáng, có tri thức, có nhiều hy vọng hơn. Căn nhà đã được bán, một hành trình mới sẽ bắt đầu. Liệu cuộc sống mới của hai mẹ con sẽ tươi sáng như cô Hằng mong ước, hay là còn nhiều gian nan vất vả ở phía trước? Hãy cùng đón xem các tập tiếp theo để theo dõi hành trình đầy cảm xúc của mẹ con Tiểu Han, nơi tình mẫu tử là ngọn đèn dẫn đường thay đổi cuộc sống của cô.